and its name is Burma. The main span of this bridge, the Burma Road, was started by the Chinese after the Japanese invasion of eastern China in 1937. According to one eyewitness, it was scratched out of the mountains with fingernails. For months, some 200,000 Chinese labored, and many died, so that blockaded China could fight on. Late in 1938, the road was completed, following the ancient trade route used in the Middle Ages by caravans bearing silk and jade, amber and ivory. Now that route was to be traveled by caravans of guns and fuel, ammunition and food, across the land bridge of Burma to China, to keep that country alive in its struggle against Japan, just as Russia had been kept alive in its battle against Germany by the land bridge of Iran. The Nazis tried to destroy that lifeline, but Iran was saved by the British at El Alamein and by the Russians at Stalingrad. China was not as fortunate. 1 month after Pearl Harbor, the Japanese struck at the land bridge of Burma. This is the story of the destruction of that bridge, and of the men who fought and died to rebuild it, so that China could fight on. A defeated China would mean India invaded and increased pressure on General MacArthur and Admiral Nimitz in the Pacific. The invasion started in January 1942. Both on the ground and in the air, the Japs had overwhelming superiority. On the Allied side, General Alexander headed small forces of British, Indians, and Burmese. And General Stilwell commanded Chinese troops sent by Generalissimo Chiang Kai-shek. The Japanese sought to cut off China's supply line from Rangoon to Mandalay, and then to the Burma Road, running from Lashio to Kunming. They struck from the border of Thailand toward the vital port of Rangoon. Chennault and his American volunteer group, the Flying Tigers, together with small units of the RAF, helped to hold off the advance. The Japs attacked Rangoon in force. Rangoon fell. The enemy swept on to central Burma, along the road to Mandalay, where by air and ground, and with the aid of fifth colonists and looters, they destroyed that city. Despite Chinese resistance, they overran the Salween River area on to Lashio, terminus of the Burma Road. By the end of April, they captured the strategically important town of Myitkyina. The Burma Road was cut. Thousands of refugees choked the roads as Alexander and Stilwell were forced to retreat with what was left of their armies. Last to leave were the demolition squads who scorched the earth, destroyed equipment, and put fire to oil supplies. As the Allies retreated, they joined with them an ever-growing mass of refugees, Burmese whose homes and lives had been shattered. The Allies did what they could for these refugees, and through brilliant leadership and individual fortitude, managed to keep ahead of the Japs. They retreated along elephant trails, through jungle, across rivers and mountains, for the safety of India. Stilwell said the last word on the campaign.
I claim we got a hell of a beating. We got run out of Burma, and it's humiliating as hell. I think we ought to find out what caused it, go back and retake the place.
Burma covers approximately the same area as Texas. On its western border lies India. On its eastern, China, Indochina, and Thailand. To many, Burma is a land of legend, a shrine of Buddhism with its pagodas, its fabled road to Mandalay, its colorful cities and villages, strange and picturesque people. To the Allies, however, who were to fight there, Burma is a land of perpetual struggle against nature. The jungle so thick that whole armies can pass within a short distance of each other without detection. Wide and turbulent rivers that are almost impassable. Mountain barriers reaching their greatest height in the Himalayas, the highest range in the world. It's a land of extreme climate, intense cold, heat, and monsoon. Rainfall as great as anywhere on Earth. Swamps are breeding grounds for malarial mosquitoes. Cholera, beriberi, typhus, dysentery, tropical fevers and sores plague its inhabitants. This was the land where we were to fight. The task of reopening the land bridge of Burma was a tremendous one. General Stilwell's first act after the Japanese invasion was the formation of an American command, known as CBI, China, Burma, India. From China came thousands of Chinese. They were carried over the Himalayas by planes of the American Air Force to Ramgarh in India. Here, under CBI, a huge training station had been started. British side, the Commander-in-Chief of India Command was Field Marshal Sir Archibald Wade, later to become Viceroy, to be succeeded in his military leadership by General Sir Claude Auchinleck. On the shoulders of these men, there fell the responsibility of raising and training huge armies for the defense of India. It wasn't long before India became a vast armed camp. From the independent kingdom of Nepal came the Gurkhas. From the Naga Hills, Naga headhunters joined forces with the Allies. From East Africa and West Africa came more troops. From Burma came the Burma Rifles. And from the Chin Hills, Chin and Kachin tribesmen. Scots, Irish, English, Welsh, Australian, New Zealander, Indian, Gurkha, Burman, African, Chinese, American. Never was there such a polyglot army. In the meantime, in China, roads packed with refugees gave evidence of the terrific struggle against the Japanese advance.